Hello, I'm so happy I got a hold of you, and welcome to another bonus video. I don't tend to talk about some of my pickups all that much. Oh my god, another pickups video? No wonder this fool has a running subscriber count of -10 for the last 30 days. Damn. I feel that, Silver. I feel that. But this grab that I found on Sunday this week from Craigslist was just too sweet not to share. Specifically because I picked up something that I have been sorely missing since 1991. This is boring as shit. So let's get started with what I found. I originally found the posting. It was listed for a Super Nintendo and a NES running for $175, and it came with games. The description said see the picture for the titles, which was already a good sign for me because it meant that robots and stuff couldn't see the listing, as well as I had managed to find this just 4 hours after posting, which I was shocked it was even still there, because the first thing I saw when I saw the listing was these were not just games, these were boxed NES games. And there was another box that I just had to get as well. But first, let me show you the NES games it came with. It came with 10 games, that's what it showed, although I really only saw 9 of them, one of them I didn't see. First game is Batman Returns. Now this is fortunately doesn't have the manual, it's just the game and the box. I already had the game, but I am a sucker for NES boxes, especially when, I mean, they weren't in the greatest shape. When I put them in these box protectors, it makes them look a lot better than the way I got them. But it's just, I mean, that just shows you how much the box can look good with one of these stupid protectors. I played it for the first time, popped it in. It's based on the 91 movie, 89 movie, whatever the one with the penguin is. It's a standard beat 'em up. I didn't ever really hit me that this is probably a similar game to the Super Nintendo one that everyone loves, although no one talks about this. And it's funny, this one was called Batman 3. For some reason I always thought this one came before Return of the Joker, but I guess this is most likely the last NES game, Batman game. But still, super happy to have it boxed. I probably will end up selling off the loose copy. And moving on to the next game was one that I didn't really care about. It's boxed. It's actually CIB, and that's Defender 2. Don't know anything about Defender. Don't know anything about the original. I'm pretty sure the original Defender was on the Atari. That sounds right. And popping the game in and playing it for a few seconds, it's a side scroller where you kind of go back and forth on the screen, and even though it's Defender 2, it doesn't look like it added much nuance compared to the original Defender. It's still pretty fun. I enjoyed playing it for the little bit I did, and yeah, it's not something I'm likely going to be playing all the time or if ever, but it's boxed, it looks good. It's hard for me to sell games that I don't have copies of, just because that's not why I'm in this. I like having them. I like having the boxes. They look nice. So, won't be playing it much, probably not, but glad to have it. And still, fun playing game. I will say that I did enjoy playing it a little bit. Hard as balls, though. Next game I did not enjoy playing at all, and I probably would sell. It is CIB. It is Desert Commander. Never even heard of this, and yet it's a super cheap game, even boxed. The best part about the game, though, is that you see this bright orange text it has on all the sides. This stuff glows under the blue light in my game room. So there's a few things that glow in my game room. The TurboGrafx Mini over there, my copy of Orange Box for the Xbox 360, and now this print on my NES shelf. So for that alone, this is never going anywhere because it looks so cool. I even tried buying a customized blanket of my cat, and we had it made orange to see if it would glow, and it doesn't glow. But that does, so that's not going anywhere. Alright, next game I am super happy to get boxed, super happy to get CIB, and that is Faxanadu. I have this loose as well. I have yet to play it. I'm planning on doing a sort of Zelda 2 themed month with games that were like Zelda 2, and this is one of the ones I plan on playing on it. I played a little bit just to get some footage. Interesting. I was kind of annoyed that you didn't really start off with a weapon. You had to go off and buy stuff, but then finally, once I stopped playing, I'm like, all right, I can see where this is going, and I like it. And solid game. glad I have it complete. I probably will hold on to the loose copy, just because one of those things I'm not... It's funny, when you have boxed games, it's not super conducive to play them, because you have to open up the protector, open up the box, take the thing out. It's so nice as having a loose game, pop it, play it, done. That's why in my NES selection especially, I probably have close to 20, 30 doubles of games I already have boxed that I just like to play. Stuff like Mike Tyson's Punch-Out!, Mario 3, other things like that, Cobra Triangle. But that one... probably will be keeping both, even though Faxanadu is probably not a game I'm going to play all the time. I like the way it looks. I like the kind of salmony pink color. But next one is the gem of the lot as far as what drew me to it. Like I said, it was $175. Tried to talk the guy down to $150, but I just, you know, I didn't want to risk it just because I knew this game alone, because loose it goes for around $80. And it, for some reason, price charting says that complete it goes around $80 as well, which who cares? An $80 game in this whole lot. But that is the Young Indiana Jones Chronicles. And it's complete. And it was one of the nicer boxes. And popping it in, it was pretty fun. And, you know, a little brutal as far as you have a whip and then you get hit once and you go to your hands and your feet. And then you get hit again and you're dead. The hat kind of becomes a weapon. You drop down in the air. Like, it looks interesting. This is a game I probably will end up playing for the channel. And I would never in 1,000 years have picked it up because it was so expensive. But in a lot like this, hell yeah, I'll take it. So that is Indiana Jones Chronicles. Add that. Score 1 for the good guys. This is a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to playing it. Alright. Now, another game that came... It was just boxed in game, but he gave me a giant box full of loose paperwork. And in that loose paperwork, I found the manual for it, and that is Dragon Warrior, which unfortunately I have boxed already. I bought all 4 of the original Dragon Warriors boxed a few years ago. Luckily, before they got as expensive as they are now, but still it wasn't all that cheap at the time. But hey, this is some good trade bait. This is some solid trade bait that I can take and try and recoup some of that money I spent. And I played the original Dragon Warrior. It's not all that great, but as far as just what it symbolizes, yeah, it's nice. I'm glad I have the ones I have, and it'll be nice to getting some of my money back with this one. Although price charting says it's like $65, I don't think so. I don't think so. I'm seeing ones on eBay for like $40 and stuff. Like this isn't the nicest copy either. All right, and then the last boxed game that came in the lot was another game that I had. So unfortunately, of the 7 boxed games, I already had 3 of them loose, 1 of them complete, but you know, the Young Indiana Jones clearly just making it all worth it. But Golgo 13 Top Secret Episode was a game that I had loose. I picked it up years ago, you know, probably watching the Game Chasers or watching Pat the NES Punk, because he loves the game, and I've never actually popped it in. So now this is just box and game, no manual, so that's a bummer. And I popped it in, played it for the first time, and I can see why it's really unique and really liked. It's kind of cool. You get health when you kill enemies, which especially for stuff in the side-scrolling levels perpetuates your ammo and it's fun. It's different. It's different. I enjoy it. I will most certainly be finding a manual for that and completing it, and I'm probably going to hang on to the loose copy just because it is pretty fun. I could see myself popping in and playing it or showing it to Jen or whatnot. Enjoyable game. Alright, moving on to the loose games. So like I said, there was 3 loose games in the picture, one of which was Casino Kid, a $3 game. I'm not going to complain. Game I didn't have, and put it in. It's alright. I mean, it's blackjack. It was kind of annoying that you had to find the right tables to go to where you could play, because they kind of put a story element into it. It'd be a lot nicer if it was Casino Kid 2, but hey, I'll take a game I don't have. Whatever. Totally worth it. Next were 2 games that I did have, but they were game and manual. First of which was Super Mario Brothers. So immediately, I have a copy of Super Mario Brothers that doesn't have the manual, and I have one boxed. So I'm taking that manual and adding it to my non-boxed version. If I ever find another box, then I'll have 2, and then probably whatever, I'll sell that one. But I knew that getting that was immediately with the Dragon Warrior. I could recoup some of the costs. And then the other game was Pinball, 5-screw Pinball, which I finally figured out know what the 5 screw means. It means that it's got these screws. It was an early game, and some of them have the Famicom adapter, which I haven't opened up my 5 screw games. Maybe I should see if I have one. I opened up one, but these screws are a bitch, and I don't really have a screwdriver small enough. But got another version of Pinball, popped it in, played it for a little bit. It's fun. It's a pinball game. Not much to it, but it's fun seeing Mario in it, even especially the little mini game they show him in on the cover. Enjoyable enough. That had manual as well. So now I have 2 loose copies and a complete copy of Trade Bait. Got 2 manuals I didn't have. Pinball I don't have CIB like I have in Super Mario Brothers, so that was nice. And then also a bonus. So as I was unloading the lot, I thought to myself, I wonder if there's a game in the NES. You always see it. You always see it in videos. I didn't think it would happen to me, so I popped it up. Not the most rare, not the most expensive, but actually a game I needed because the copy I have is broken. The copy I found at I found at a thrift store several years ago, and I just never got around to playing it. Tried playing it the other day, and it had weird white vertical lines all through it. Cleaned it, and just it wouldn't go away. So I opened up the cartridge, or opened up the NES, and what do I see? A copy of Jackal. And I was so happy. Because Jackal's a lot of fun. This is a 2-player simultaneous co-op game that I really want to play with Jen as well. And the fact that I had just learned that my copy of Jackal was not working, and I was all bummed that I have to buy another one, and within 2 weeks, I get myself a fresh copy, popped it in, plays great, you're seeing the footage right now. And another cool thing is it has a Video Merchant sticker on the background along with this, like, I don't know. I'll probably take this sticker off, but this Video Merchant's kind of funny with the little dude there in the front, bearded man. Warning, removal of this label will result in payment in full for this new purchase price of this movie. So obviously this was a rental from a video store. It's super cool. So I got Jackal back in the collection, and it works. And I can go ahead and sell the other copy, and you know, it's going for like 15 bucks or so. All right. So, I'm not going to show you this, but it came with a complete NES, so the hookups, 2 controllers. It had an NES Advantage, although it was very yellowed. And the thing that I've been wanting since, I don't know if we even got one, because like I've said, with our Super Nintendo, we traded in a bunch of games to get it, and I almost swear we must have gotten a used one because I don't remember ever having a Super Nintendo box because it's not something I would have gotten rid of. And now I have a Super Nintendo box. Super cool, right? Now, unfortunately, it doesn't have Super Mario World in it, but it has everything else. One of the controllers looked like it had never been used, although the Super Nintendo was yellowed. It got that crazy yellowing. But I didn't care because I got my childhood Super Nintendo. So now I took my childhood Super Nintendo, my childhood Super Nintendo controller, because the other one was an off-brand one that I'm not putting in this. And now I finally have my old Super Nintendo from when I was a kid in the proper box that it deserved. No Super Mario World, but whatever. And it's, I mean, it's not in the greatest of shapes, but it's here. It looks nice, and I'm super happy to get it. This thing alone, like, it's hard to track down because this isn't the super set, but it's not just the control deck. I mean, with this box alone for itself with nothing in it could go for $100. So the fact that I got this with all these games, one of which is an $80 game, I mean, literally for Indiana Jones and this combined, that pays for the whole lot. But literally, I think if you total up all, I mean, based on price charting, but if you total up what everything is worth, it's about $600 worth of gains and stuff. So I got it for $175. I got something I've always wanted. Got some games that I wanted boxed. Got a couple of games I didn't know I wanted, and got some stuff that I can use to recoup the value. I should be able to get most of that $175 back by selling the NES, the other Super Nintendo, and the games that I already have. So super cool pickup. Wanted to share that with you guys. Let me know what you thought. Let me know if you guys have any good pickups recently. Stay tuned for more of Super Nintendo Month. That is killing my watch time like crazy. It's funny. I really should just do more of this collecting stuff because I swear the game reviews get nothing. Oh well, it is what it is. It's been so great getting a hold of you guys. Take care. P.S. Forgot one thing. There also was a book in the lot, the Ultimate Unauthorized Nintendo Game Strategies book, that this kind of goes over all these different strategies for old school NES games. I never even heard of things like this. I thought it was Nintendo Power or Bust. But yeah, it says just released new hits like Double Dragon 2, Mega Man 2, The Three Stooges. So this had to come out in like 90. But yeah, that was cool. Alright, I'm out of here.